DDG episode 261. My name is Dave and I'm joined by Michael.
Hey Dave, how is it going? It feels good to have Fake E3 happening right now. Not quite the heyday it used to be, but we have events to get through and talk about. Today we have an event Friday and then Xbox Sunday. So
Yeah,
kind of feels like the old days.
we have, at least in this episode, I can confirm looking to the show notes, we have no word layoff, no word acquisition, no shareholder notes.
Dave, I would have added those, but I figured let's just have a fun video games were announced thing, and then we'll probably bring that stuff up casually later.
Yeah. So, all right. So we are Digital Days Gaming. We are a podcast that's usually about every 2 weeks that posts, and then we also will post when news dictates, like today. So we are recording on the the 3rd of June, so the day after the State of Play. And this will be posted shortly on the podcast feeds, or you can catch it live, twitch.tv/Digital Days Gaming, where if you follow us and turn on notifications, it'll let you know anytime that we go live. If you subscribe to us, you can do that so for a nominal cost, or you can link your Amazon account and your Twitch account to get Prime Gaming. You get a bunch of free stuff and a free subscription to a streamer of your choice. If you want to use that on us, that's great. You can also follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/Digital Days Gaming. Turn on notifications. It'll let you know when we go live. You can watch the show live. You can watch when it does a past broadcast, as well as you can do the audio only version, which will have our still image logo, and you can use YouTube that way if that's something that you do. And or podcast services, Podcast Addict, Apple Podcasts, whatever the heck those things are called now, Spotify. We're on those platforms as well, and you can subscribe and follow us there, and you'll get notified when we post an episode. We don't really have a scheduled cadence anymore, just because as life has evolved, it's just too hard to do a scheduled cadence, and it just doesn't work. And technically in 2026 the video game industry hasn't, in my opinion, and I believe Michael is on board with this, warranted a scheduled weekly thing, because otherwise it'd be doom and gloom.
Yeah, it's very doom and gloom in the video game industry, and the releases just really haven't been there. We
Yeah.
will talk about a bunch of stuff coming out later this year, and
Yep.
maybe we will have to go back to weekly depending on how many of these games actually hit. But as of right now, I think this is schedule is working for
Yeah.
us.
We're still navigating what our new normal is post of Michael's life moving on and my life moving on, which is different than it was 18 months ago. So,
Yep.
all right. With that out of the way, we will just jump into the news, and this is going to be primarily focused on State of Play. I'm sure we'll go off on little branches, but it's going to be, State of Play focused. So,
Yeah. So the state of play was a little over an hour. I would say overall, before we jump into things, that they did a great job this state of play of giving us gameplay and dates. There was only like maybe a handful of games that we did not get like
mhm.
release dates or release windows for, and we got a lot of gameplay. They did start off the show with Wolverine gameplay and ending with pre-orders going live finally, announcing that there is only going to be a standard edition and a digital deluxe edition, no collector's edition this time. Doesn't sound like they're doing really anything special with that. That kind of makes sense with where the economy is right now and how little the PlayStation collector's editions have sold.
Yeah.
In terms of they're still available like a year later on
Yeah,
the
and
PlayStation
let's be
Store.
real. Is ultimately, as much as Wolverine is an amazing character, he's not Spider-Man. Like,
No, but also he is one of the most overly merchandise characters.
yeah,
So like there's 1,000 different statues you can have of Wolverine to where it's just like
right.
it just makes sense not to compete in that market. But yeah, we got a good like 10 plus minutes of
Mhm.
gameplay of Wolverine. We got to see some of the other characters that are going to be in it. Jean looks like she's going to take a big role in this game. Jean Grey. So they did emphasize the X-Men don't really exist in this universe, so I guess we're going to see the beginning of the X-Men forming in this universe, and it looks like Wolverine and Jean Grey is going to be like the starting point. I don't know how I feel like that as a dead or as like a hardcore X-Men fan. X-Men shit's all behind me. I don't know if
Yeah,
most of that's in
yeah.
the stream. So I don't know how I feel about that, but gameplay wise, I think it looked really good. It is just Spider-Man with Wolverine in
Yeah.
terms of like how it looks and some of how it feels, except for the violence. But Dave, what did you think of the first real showing of Wolverine?
Um. Yes, I like it. It's on the list. It's. I don't know if I'm like super hyped or super excited for it. I'm not as big of an X-Men fan as you are. I wasn't as big of a Spider-Man fan. Like, these are characters that exist in the world and they're cool. I really enjoyed Spider-Man gameplay. I will say, as I am going through like my second phase, what I call my second phase of fatherhood. I'm like, this game is very gruesome, like very gruesome. um,
There'll probably be a no blood mode or
yeah, that's what
something.
that's
You
my
can at
first
least turn
thought
that
is
off.
because like I mean like it's Owen loved the Spider-Man games. My 10-year-old loved the Spider-Man games. I feel like if this would have happened when my first son was the same age as Owen, like, and when I was younger, I'd be like, whatever. But now as I've gotten matured as a person, and that's but other than that, like moving that aside, like it looks great. I'm trying not to be negative, and I guess I want to ask you this question: when they pulled away and showed like the town or where he was, that
Mhm.
construction zone, did you? And I'm really trying not to do this. I'm sorry, but did you get like a Last of Us look vibe to it?
Um, it was just a generic like
Yeah,
logging village
yeah,
looking thing. So I can totally see those vibes. It just reminded me of the warehouses in Spider-Man
yeah,
that you
yeah.
just kind of end up in.
Um,
There wasn't anything too interesting about that, except you saw Trask
Right, and that
organizations
could just
doing all
be
that.
that
The
could have been their
Morlocks.
most basic Jane level they have, which is fine. Like I hope there's a little bit more. I guess I would have loved to see as as the gameplay progressed, they slowly like added the HUD to it, like to where you could see
Mhm.
his meters and you could see like the button prompts and everything like that. It looks like there's a lot of movement, and there was a ton of movement in Spider-Man. I just didn't see as much maybe environmental interaction as I was hoping with while you're fighting, but that could be it's different when he could pull stuff. Spider-Man could pull stuff down with his webs and set traps. Like Wolverine's not that type of fighter. Um, so like that part is a little different to me, but at the same time, I guess as I'm saying that, I don't want it to feel like Spider-Man. So I'm kind of contradicting myself as I say that. So
Yeah, well, Spider-Man was very limited on the things you could actually like destruct. It seemed
yeah,
like it was like the same stuff over and over again. So I'm not too surprised there. I would hope there is some like wall damage sort of thing. We know he's going to have his healing ability, like the damage on
hmm,
him. Looks like that will change a little bit over time. It just looked like a very polished version of X-Men Origins Wolverine, the
okay,
PS3 360 game, which was a great game despite being attached to a shit movie. So like as long as they give us that, I'm fine with it. If we're gonna nitpick, I do think I'm not fully sold on the look of the costume. And I don't know if that's just my brain. I
yeah,
also had this problem in Deadpool Wolverine where the mask looked too much like a mask.
okay,
I don't know how to explain it, but where you see his
yeah,
mouth cut off, it just seemed like it the Wolverine mask isn't practical and it only looks good in comics and cartoons because 2D makes it just look like
yeah,
it's just part of his skull.
right,
And when you have a actual human wearing the mask, it just makes it kind of look bulky, especially around the mouth. And he has a weird Spider-Man lawn butt syndrome that always bothered me in Spider-Man. But that's just like weird, like nitpick things that I'm sure over time I'll grow attached. I think the uniform itself looks good, or the
yeah,
costume looks good. It's just that realism that I'm still never sold on when I
yeah.
see like a realistic Wolverine costume.
And you would have to, I guess, maybe I didn't pay attention to pre-order bonuses or not, but you would have to assume there's going to be different suits in this game, right?
There is a digital deluxe version that's coming with extra stuff. So yeah,
Okay,
there'll be, and they showed his, I believe they showed his brown costume, the brown and yellow costume quickly in the
okay,
trailer that preceded the gameplay. So we will have different costumes for
yeah.
sure.
And
And
I'm
he'll
sure
probably
that some of them
change.
will be purchasable, some of them will be earnable, some of them will be unlocked. I would assume that cadence would be similar, and I would assume that we didn't show us, but there's probably going to be a skill tree, and you can kind of hopefully kind of pick your own things, like
Mhm.
different things that as you progress through his skill tree, like you could
I
with
fully
Spider-Man.
expect this the Spider-Man menus and costume
Yeah,
stuff to just carry over, and I
and I'm
don't think
fine
anyone
with
would
I'm
complain if
great with
that
that.
carried over.
That
Yeah.
familiarity to that is fine. I thought it was interesting, and I'm trying not to do this as well. Of like right off the beginning, they emphasized like this is a single player, closed story driven game. like they,
I think that was that is multiple things in
yeah,
the game or in the showcase or
yeah,
whatever the state of play did emphasize single player things, so you can tell it's PlayStation kind of like, hey man, we are not going to
yep,
say live service
yeah.
at all this episode or this state
Yeah.
of play.
But overall, like I loved the him jumping on the motorcycle. The combat looks very interesting to me. The heal factor of how he was healing or what you had to do, like that stuff looks really cool. It's it's on the list. It's a game to play. I would feel like for me, like this game is in front of GTA in terms of what I'm excited for, but I'm not as big of a GTA fan as others are. So like take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, I was happy that we saw gameplay, and hopefully we're pretty much 90 days out. So kudos.
Mhm.
So other than that, like it's Wolverine, and at this point in time, I think that you're in lockstep with me on this. Like, stop showing it. Like it's time to just move on, and it's coming out in September. Nothing else should come out for this.
Yeah, if you want to give me like a Jean Grey specific trailer, I'll probably take that if she's
Yeah,
going to be that big a part of the game. But overall, I don't really need. There's not much to show for Wolverine.
yeah,
Like in terms of like his character is very simple, so I don't think we need like a whole mechanics breakdown. It's like, yo, this dude gets pissed and he stabs people with his fists. Like that, there's not much that you need to show for that. So I would hope that they wouldn't overdo it with like reveals and trailers and stuff like that. We'll probably get a Comic-Con trailer in end of June, early July. I think San Diego Comic-Con happens, and then I think it should be launching around the same time as New York Comic-Con. So those are probably the next two times we see the game, but probably just in trailer form or maybe some sort of panel with the voice actors. But overall, really good showing for Wolverine. I'm glad they
yeah.
started the showcase with it because it is a given. It is coming out in September, and that's just a nice way to start off the whole state of play.
And then, fun fact, I just did
And
some quick googling really quick, just for relevancy. The Spider-Man series is from Insomniac. We're rated T for teen. This is rated M for mature. I think this
yep,
is the
yep.
first Insomniac game that they have done as M for mature.
Fuse might have been M for mature.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just more food
Yeah,
for thought
yeah.
in my mind. So,
At least with the
oh,
PlayStation.
you're right. It was
Focus
M
on
for
Sunday.
mature. So I'm wrong. So,
Yeah.
but that was
No one played
2013.
Fuse.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no one played Fuse. There's a reason why they came back to play
Yeah.
PlayStation.
So no, but I just food for thought. Like, I feel sometimes with it's not as much because obviously Deadpool's on the Disney network and everything like that. But I feel like there is expectations. So just buyer beware. There's expectations with that Marvel logo lately of, hey, your 10, 12, 13-year-old can play this. Like, do your research, please.
Yeah. And I think they already basically said it of just like, hey, the X-Men aren't in this universe yet, and don't expect any Spider-Man crossovers outside of Easter eggs because they don't want like the teen rated Spider-Man to cross over in the M
Yeah.
rated Wolverine game.
Did I see
So they're at
Deadpool?
least getting out of that. No, that was just a hand, like a
The
Daredevil,
the red
like
suit
enemy.
looking. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just generic. I saw that going around with people like Deadpool confirmed. It's
Yeah,
like, no,
I was
no,
like, no.
that's
I said,
Deadpool.
I think that's what I saw, but Michael can
Yeah,
tell me
no,
yes or
yeah.
no. I was like,
Yeah, I honestly I thought about it too when I first saw it, but
Okay.
the mask being open means it
okay,
was.
yeah, I didn't look at it.
they're
I think
called
I saw the
hand.
red suit. I'm like, okay, maybe, and I was just like, because
Ninja Turtles is the foot, right?
yes,
Okay, so yeah, it's the hand.
okay,
Literally, that's how I know.
okay, all right,
Yeah. After that, we got another Marvel game. We got Marvel Token Fighting Souls, a new trailer. Wolverine's out September 15th. Marvel's Token Fighting Souls, still not sold on that game, but it is a niche,
Yeah.
or the name of the game. But it is like a niche fighting game, so it's probably not that big a deal. We got a new trailer showing off Doctor Doom, Magneto, Carnage, and Green Goblin. So basically, they're just introducing all the villains. I believe the trailer said that there was like one more team to be added,
yeah. It
which
said
they'll
something
probably
at
show
the
off
end.
at
One more
Evo.
team to assemble or something. That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
ask you. I didn't see that they said Evo. I don't think they did, or I missed it. But this game has to, because Sony owns Evo now, correct?
I think they de-invested from Evo,
Oh,
if I
okay.
remember correctly.
Because I would
but they're
feel like
still
this is
partners.
definitely like this is Sony moving, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, or my understanding, not my opinion, moving on from Street Fighter, kind of, and focusing on this Marvel Token game for their competitive scene.
I can imagine. Yeah, so Sony did sell
Okay.
their ownership of Evo to another company. Because I also thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, we're probably going to get the new team at Evo, and then I looked up like when's Evo, and I saw Sony's they sold back their
Okay.
partnership or their ownership of Evo. But it doesn't mean that they're still not going to be a sponsor at Evo. Usually,
Yeah.
the Fight Sticks controllers are PlayStation based, and all the trailers.
Well, and then
show the
especially with this
PlayStation
being,
logo.
I believe this is PC and PlayStation, right? Or is this just PlayStation?
Yeah, PC and PlayStation,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
So it'll be there. So I imagine the last team will be shown at Evo, or like with Wolverine, probably maybe a Comic-Con. We have two big Comic-Con,
Yeah.
or at least one Comic-Con coming up before the release date of August 6th. This game looks great. It looks chaotic. I played the alpha or the beta, whatever happened like
Mhm.
3 months ago, and I did enjoy my time with it, but it is very sweaty. and I'm old, so playing fighting games just I just can't handle the skill level that ends
I
up
enjoy
being in
fighting
there.
games on couch co-op, and that's about it.
Yeah, yeah. Except when you have that one try hard that comes over and it's just like
Mm.
I'm an expert in all fighting games.
I can
That
still
person
I
ruins
can
it.
still like throw something at him in real life. So
Yeah, yeah. I can usually get one win off that
yeah.
person, and then they're salty
I'll
and
just
want to
set
go
the
home.
controller on my lap and just start rubbing my hand back and forth across the controller.
Yeah, yeah. Just mash every
Yeah.
button. Yeah. So this, I don't know if I'm like sold on like I want to purchase this or if I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. I do like buying like all the Marvel games.
Yeah.
I just I see where my skill is going to limit me on playing this game.
I feel
So
like for you, your group of your gamer group of friends, if they're playing it, like you could still have some fun online, jump into Discord and just
yeah,
trash talk and
it,
play. You know.
it might be one of those things where we wait for one of us to bite the bullet on it, or if there is a get together, then it gets bought like
Yeah.
an hour before
Yeah.
everyone gets comes over,
It's not
sort of thing.
downloaded yet. Go eat your food.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see where I end up on that, but it looks good. August 6th. You're gonna see this as a trend. Most things are announced for August, September, October because there's something in November coming that
Yeah.
everyone is getting out of the way of. So we do have a release date for that. Next, we have Rayman Legends Retold coming October 1st. This was a pretty meaty trailer, and then I forgot how big Rayman Legends was when it actually came
Yeah.
out. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. Because at first I was like, man, this is a really long trailer for fucking Rayman. But I remember how beloved Rayman Legends was during its initial run. What did you think of that? I mean, this is like the only Ubisoft game that was like
Yes, like
shown off.
I like it, yeah. But now you're saying it's more. I'm more concerned about like we've been talking about Ubisoft for the last couple months and like what the rest of this year looks like for them. Um, unless they're spreading the wealth. If this is the only thing that they got coming in the next 6 months, like okay, cool. But I hope. I mean, I know we have Assassin's Creed Black Flag resynced or something. That's about like
Mhm.
next month, isn't it?
Yeah,
Um,
or this month now. We're
yeah,
in
yeah.
June.
So
Yeah, yeah.
like, cool. Makes me when I saw it, I was like, oh, so this pretty much just guarantees no Ubisoft Forward. Like that's the first thing that
Mhm.
rattled in my head, and I'm like, okay. And then I was like, wonder what else might be in here if they're, like. So I'd be curious if there's going to be anything at Summer Game Fest or if there's going to be anything at Microsoft event, because I really, really, really need them to publicly say, like on a stage or on a show, like I need them to say Division 3. So,
I feel like the Vision 3 would be a great Xbox showcase
yeah,
announcement.
I agree,
I
but
don't.
I just need them to say it at this point in time. Like it exists. I know it exists. I follow enough division content creators, and there's job listings on that are saying that you will be working on the Division 3. It's an active development. It's not a secret, but they haven't said it. So,
Mhm. But you don't even care if there's no real trailer, like
no,
as long as
I
they
need them to
publicly
say
state it.
it. Like I mean, like because even so, I need them to say it because they've said Division Heartland and other stuff that hasn't existed, and they haven't said this. So, but I didn't mean to delve into a Ubisoft tangent.
No,
So
it's fine. It's Rayman Legends.
yeah,
Like it's a great Rayman game being remade.
I could see
I
myself
just
if
don't.
I buy this. I could see myself playing this for fun for a little bit. I could see Owen getting into this. This is a Switch game for me. This would be a Switch 2 game for me.
Yeah, I could totally see that
Yep.
working out for you on the Switch. That is coming out October 1st. After that, we had Komoru Hunt the Unseen. This is the new game from Ghostwire Tokyo director Ukami Nakamura. It's a co-op yokai hunting game, 3-player co-op. It is funny. It took me a second to remember who the director was, and I
Yeah.
forgot how long it's been since like her meme
Yeah.
at the Bethesda showcase, but she even when she popped up on screen, she's like, "Yeah, it's me, that person," and then she like showed a bunch of meme photos, and it just reminded me of just like how long game development takes
Yeah.
now, because that was Bethesda 2018, I want to say
It's PS
that
Nation days.
she's
So
referencing.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I think I was in at that press
Yeah.
conference when that happened. So yeah, no, this looks cool. I didn't really know what was going on at first until I got the explanation, but
Yeah.
it sounds like it is like a combination of like different Asian cities,
Hmm.
and it's very stylish. And you're just running around or 3 people are running around just beating up monsters,
I mean, she
destroying
said it. She's
monsters.
like, it's chaotic fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
that's
and it
exactly
looked
what it
like
looked
that.
like. Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. I could see myself if I got two other friends that are playing this game. I could see myself buying this and playing this.
Yeah, as long
I
as
don't
it's
think
not like
I don't have
overly
no
long
desire
or
to play it
grindy.
solo, but
Yeah, it looks like it could be fun. It's coming out. I think said 2027. I don't think there
yeah.
was any specific date on this one. One of the few games that didn't have like an actual solid date on it, but it was there. After that, we got Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis, the remake of the first game. It is being developed by Crystal Dynamic and Flying Wild Hog, being published by Amazon since Amazon kind of owns Tomb Raider now. And this is coming February 12th, 2027. So it has been delayed. This was a holiday game that was now delayed to February. This looks great.
It does.
I think I'm ready for a new Tomb Raider game, even though it's a remake of the first one. But like it's a big remake because the first
Mhm.
one is a PS1 game. So this looked great. I don't know about you, Dave, but I
Yeah.
kind of have that itch for an
And
Uncharted
Angela
game.
was watching this with me, and she's like, "Yeah, you're gonna get this." Like she's pretty much telling me,
Mhm.
like, "You're gonna get this, and you're gonna play this." And then the next thing out of her mouth is like, "When are they gonna redo that Pitfall game?" I'm like, "Good grief, Ange!" It's like,
Yeah,
it's like
there was a time where Atari was remaking some of
yeah,
those
yeah.
games.
It's a, she's, but she. I mean, I thought it looked great. It definitely would be fun to play. And as I'm seeing stuff like what I know, like for the most part, I would expect this to be a relatively compact campaign because
Yeah, I
of when
mean
the game came out. So
yeah, so it shouldn't be like too big. It looks quality. Like
yeah,
I'm glad
I
Crystal
agree.
Dynamics
Yeah.
is co-developing it. Flying Wild Hog is a good developer as well, but you never know when like new publishers get
Hmm.
involved. Like it's Amazon. I guess they're trying to get it as close to the TV show that Amazon is producing to
Okay,
kind of like get
I didn't
some
really. I
like
forgot there was a Tomb Raider TV show coming. So
yeah, they started shooting like a couple months ago, so it's going to
okay,
be probably a next spring show. So this will probably tie in pretty well with that. Though I think the actress like broke her arm or something. So if it gets delayed, I wonder if
yeah.
they'll delay this to
Amazon's
like line
tied
it up
to
more.
First Light as well. Amazon
Mhm.
MGM. And like as I booted up and started playing 007 First Light or First Light 007, I forgot that they were there. And then when I've been watching basketball and I opened Prime, I got a huge
I
splash
did too.
screen on Prime for Bond. I was like,
Yeah,
okay. So
and immediately it's like play trailer, pre-order, or like
yeah,
order
yeah. I was
game.
like, wow, okay, cool, good job. I mean, like, I like it. Like, kudos to Amazon. I mean, if they're gonna handle it right, I mean, I guess they're. So I would expect something similar for Tomb Raider, and I think that there's enough people that would potentially have Prime that would turn it on and be like, oh, I remember that. Cool, let's go get it. Depending
Yeah.
on whatever console.
Uh, yeah, or I don't know if it's on Luna, but you might have
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
people
yeah.
that have Luna that'll be like, oh, you know what?
Just
Let,
download. Okay,
let me go
cool.
for that. Yeah, I'll stream it.
Yep.
Next we got oh, it's The Lost Wild, not World. I got
Yeah.
confused.
Well, you're not
Um,
wrong because it looks like Jurassic
yes,
Park, The Lost World.
yeah.
Because the whole
So
time this trailer was going on, my wife's like, "Is this a Jurassic Park game?" I'm like, "No, they would have had a logo by now, or some you would have seen like."
well, didn't they announce a survival horror Jurassic Park game last year?
Hmm.
I want to say. So this
Something
is
did, yeah.
The Lost Wild. It's a dinosaur survival horror game coming in 2027. I believe it might be in early access on PC, and it's finally coming to consoles next year. Looks interesting, looks cool. Survival horror really isn't my jam, but I do like dinosaur games. So it looked cool, high quality. I believe was this Annapurna that was doing this, I believe. So I
I
don't know.
think so. Yeah,
This looks fine. Uh, oh, it's by the Alien Isolation developer. So
yeah.
perfect like developer to take on a game like this. After that, we got Phantom Blade Zero teaser, which is coming out October 29th. It was a teaser. They basically just showed it for like 20 seconds, and we're like, hey, we'll have more of this game later. So this kind of felt
Is
like a
this the guy that was
contractual
juggling the
obligation.
baby in combat?
What was that?
Is this the guy that was juggling the baby in combat?
Was the baby involved in this one?
I
I
can't
can't
remember. Yeah.
remember what that one
Okay.
was. This one was really short though,
Yeah.
so we'll get more of that game later this summer. I don't know if that hinted at like a special state of play or if the
I think it
developers is going to
did.
do
Yeah.
something. Yeah, but October 29th is when the game comes out. After that, we got Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete. It's a PS2 remake coming October 1st. They're adding some extra characters into this. I forget how big of a franchise Dynasty Warriors is. Never has been my style of game. I liked a couple of the clone
Owen
games.
likes the Zelda Dynasty Warrior games, like the Hyrule Dynasty Warrior stuff,
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors or whatever it's called. So,
but yeah, we're gonna get a remake of Dynasty Warriors 3. Sure, cool. After that, we got Animusha: Way of the Sword. I believe that's also a remake game, not a sequel. Coming October 25th. This was a pretty lengthy trailer.
This might have been the baby juggling. So
okay, yeah. So this looked interesting, but this is one of those games. I think I've seen too much of this game already because I think it's popped up at a couple different events, not just PlayStation events.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of teetering on. I have seen enough of this game. I'm not sold either way because I've just never been big on this franchise. But did this trailer do anything for you, Dave, to convince you?
No, it's not my kind of game. So,
yeah.
And this is when I start messing with my phone when this showed up probably. So, which I think it's fine. Like I'm not saying anything good, bad, or indifferent about it. It's just not my thing. So,
I think, Dave, I went to go get a glass of water during this, and I thought about pausing it,
Yeah.
but then I just was like, I'll just come back to it. And I was surprised it was still running. I was glad because I didn't miss anything. I am skipping some stuff here and there just for stuff.
Yeah, there's the Way of the Wicked, which is on PC.
Yeah.
And that game is garnering some interest. So this is pretty cool that it's coming to PlayStation. I think it's part of the Plus package somewhere in one of the tiers they were saying. So that's an interesting game that I've heard some cool things about. I haven't messed with it yet, but it's a top-down Diablo style game, but it looks very interesting. It's the Ori and the Blind Forest team.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you would make a bigger deal about the Ori and the Blind Forest.
I agree, but it's already on. It's been in early access for like a year on PC.
Okay,
so
that's why I didn't include it. I think
that's why it's called like 1.0 or something. It's called like the 1.0 version or something. Yeah, but full crossplay compatibility. So kudos.
Yeah. Eventually, we got to the thing we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago. Of Will They, Won't They? We did get a Marathon Season 2 trailer, very brief, just letting you know that Marathon exists. They had to do it, I think.
Season started yesterday. The new season started yesterday. And there's a free like 10 free week play to start and carry loot over. Fun fact, I know you don't know this because you don't follow it as much as I do, but their servers were shit last night, the whole time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And there was a glitch this morning where if you downloaded the free trial and then looked for the digital deluxe upgrade, you can actually unlock the full game. That lasted a couple hours. So
there was like a Marathon's going free to play.
Yeah, that was our test run. Of like, if people have to pay for
it's just not a good. It's not a good 2 weeks for Bungie right now. It's not a good 2 weeks for Bungie. On the announcement of the, it's a big pendulum. The announcement of Destiny live service ending. And then them throwing all this stuff that they're saying, like they're throwing so much stuff in the game, and we're like, okay, if you would have done this, you wouldn't have had to do this. So that would build that into it, and then they come out of the state of play with a trailer saying another season, and hey, it's free for a week, come play, and you can't connect. So you immediately, if you got somebody's interest from that trailer and they tried to get online that night, you punched them in the face. So
yeah, they're immediately like, this isn't worth it. I'm not sticking around.
Yep.
Let me go play something else.
So that's it.
Yeah, it wasn't great. And also there's a lot of reports that big layoffs are coming within the next couple of weeks to Bungie because of the Destiny stuff. And
I expect that to happen by like June 15th or June 20th, like after the update's out for like 10 days or whatever, and they hot fix whatever they fix, like it's coming.
Yeah. So again, not a great look for Bungie. Rough times ahead. A little after that, we got Silent Hill Townfall, new Silent Hill game coming September 24th. Silent Hill F, I want to say, was the last one. They saw a lot of success with these smaller Silent Hill games. So they're just going to probably see how many of these they can produce in between like the big Silent Hill games. And for the most part, they seem quality. So good on Konami for like getting off their ass, producing games and, making some successful stuff. September 24th is when this comes out. After that, we got Ace Combat 8 plus a remake of the Balkan Wars as a pre-order bonus coming October 2nd. It's funny. I used to like the Ace Combat games way back in the day, like PS2 era,
Okay, so they were on.
like Ace Combat. Um, and I saw this and I was like kind of interested. And then they're like, hey, we're going to give you a free remake as a pre order bonus. And I'm like, damn it, you have me. Like,
So
I can see getting back into this.
did they have that much story? Did the other Ace Combat?
Not,
Because it looked like a lot more story than it used to be. Just a fighter pilot game, right?
yeah, there was story, but that
But like
progressed
more like
over
text
time.
story or radio story, like somebody talking to you, like in the cockpit or whatever, right? Like not
Yeah,
scenes where you meet your commander and it, like you're holding your helmet, like
in the beginning,
okay,
from what I
yeah, like an
remember,
opening
but
cutscene or something like that, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, but I was also pretty young, so it could have been
yeah.
one of those things where I just
Um,
completely would skip cutscene.
and I get maybe this is just me being negative lately, and I don't really know why, but I guess I want your opinion on this. Between a couple, like we're up to the second or third game, I feel like this happened. Like, can we get somebody that speaks English for an English state of play?
I don't mind it,
I feel like I spend some
Dave.
more
I don't
time
mind it.
reading than I do looking.
I would prefer to hear from the developer straight away, even if I'm reading subtitles. But I can see it like being somewhat like
I'm not
annoying
trying
if
to
you're just
sound like
not.
that. Yeah, I'm with it. I want the developers. There's nobody on the team that develops the game that knows how to speak English, even rough English. So, like,
What I think that's the problem is sometimes they don't want to just show like rough English.
yeah.
And I know more people get bothered by translators because they don't like hearing a thing twice, even if they can't understand the first one.
I mean, Nintendo
But
does
yeah, I
it
mean
better.
Nintendo.
Like I
Yeah,
said, like
Nintendo at least will do the voiceover
yeah.
where like they'll like put the person speaking on like volume
the,
one.
the game looked really cool. And I was just and the same thing. I feel like I had the same problem with the Ghostwire Tokyo game or the Onimusha game. And
Animusha.
yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like figure out if I like this game or not. But then I'm like, you're speaking, and I want to make sure you get the attention you deserve. Now I'm reading, and I might have missed like a really cool interaction. Like that's all. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not the best at reading, period, and let alone reading subtitles. Like, and I don't
Dave is
even
just mad he had to look up from his phone because as soon
no.
as he saw the Bungie trailer, he was like, "All right, phone time."
Yes. That's just all right.
But no,
I'm-
I kind of get it. I kind of get it. To each their own, Dave.
No,
But yeah, but also at a certain point, I'm like, cool, Ace Combat. I
yeah,
don't really need to hear anyone talk
yeah,
about Ace
yeah.
Combat, so I was fine just kind of half paying attention to that. I'll admit I wasn't fully paying attention to the Ace Combat like
Okay,
speaking part because
okay.
it's Ace Combat.
I
It
get it.
doesn't
Yeah.
require someone to like tell me about Ace Combat. Planes go fast. Is all they need to say. After that, we got a Stuntman Hollywood teaser. There was a Back to the Future tie-in with it. I believe that was a Back to the Future
Yeah.
tie-in with
I
that.
mean, well, there
Yeah.
was a lot in there. Like I was like, what the
Yeah,
hell
there
is
was a
this
lot in
game?
there.
I was like, at the beginning, I'm like, is this Fast and Furious? Like,
Yeah, it was Fast. I
you-
muted
yeah,
myself.
you did.
Fast and the Furious, Back to the Future, Knight Rider
Yeah.
stuff in there. I used to love the Stuntman games during that PS2 early Xbox 360 era. They're always pretty fun. I like when they're silly. I don't know how I feel about all the movie tie-in stuff. I kind of like Stuntman being like fake movies, almost
Yeah.
parody of real things.
Yeah. I don't really know what this. I guess I don't. I don't remember Stuntman like playing them. I guess I don't. Ultimately, I walked away with I have no idea what this game is.
So basically, it's just you are literally a stuntman. So they give you like levels where you have to complete certain tasks by any means necessary because they're shooting a movie.
So
So
like
it's
Need for Speed meets Tony Hawk. Like you're getting points for doing stuff.
kind of, yeah. It's like, hey, we want you to hit these objectives during this scene,
Okay.
and then you try your best to hit these objectives. And it usually can be pretty wacky. The thing that would worry me is if we're just recreating actual movie scenes.
Right. Like, are we gonna do the teleport to 1986 Back to the Future, like with the power cord and the hook? You know, like.
Yeah, and that sounds cool, but I feel like that would get tiresome if it's
Yeah.
just, hey, let's create this movie scene that you've already seen, as opposed to like the old games where it's just like, hey, here's this a wacky objective, and it's like probably impossible to do in real life, but
Yeah.
it's a video game, so let's
It
do it.
it also, I guess, based on what you're saying too, like with the teases that they showed, slightly terrifies me with the kind of market and economy that we're in right now, where it's like, oh, you want to do the Back to the Future thing? $5. You want to do the Knight Rider thing? $5. Like I'm a
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, if
I'm,
this
I
comes
know
out
I
free
might
to
be
play,
doing
then
far
I'd be
fetched. I don't
worried.
know anything about the game, like but I hope that there's at least some stuff in there that not DLC oriented. But this current market, man, I don't know.
We'll see. I wonder how many scenarios they are in the actual game, and if it'll be worth being like a full game in 2026. But I do recommend checking out Stuntman games. Like the original ones are pretty fun. And I am interested in this. When I saw the Back to the Future thing, I was like, I'm kind of done with Back to the Future
Hmm.
video games because none of them have really like worked out too well. Some people like the Telltale ones. But then when I saw Stuntman, I was like, okay, I'm kind of intrigued, but I don't really want to recreate movies that already exist. But we'll
Right.
see. Hopefully, they're having fun with the franchises. Because I haven't seen like a good game that used a DeLorean since like Burnout Paradise, and I don't think that was an official DeLorean. It was a knockoff. But yeah, we had Stuntman Hollywood. No release date on that. That was just coming soon, is what it said. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Yep.
We got a new ill trailer. There was pixelated dicks, but not pixelated shankings. I don't know if you remember the last time they showed this game, there was a ton of bloody nudity. And I know it's in a state of play one. They did blur out a good chunk of the nudity, but did not blur out the very grotesque violence that is in
Yeah.
this trailer. I don't know who this game is for. I'm sure there are like sickos that enjoy this sort of stuff, but like the over the top grotesque stuff, I was just kind of
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I would ever enjoy playing a game like this.
It's
Uh,
June. You're showing a bunch of stuff that's probably coming out this fall, which is going to be somewhat Halloween oriented, and yeah, cool, okay, moving on.
Yeah, no, there's not much to say. It's funny. At first, I thought maybe we were getting a new Condemned game, and I got
Hmm.
excited. And then once I realized it wasn't a Condemned game and it was just the ill game, I was like, okay, whatever. There are some creepy, scary scenarios that we saw in the trailer, but it is also very over the top with its violence. And I'm not a prude. I don't mind. I like the violence in
Yeah,
the Wolverine game.
yeah.
But this game just kind of doesn't do anything
For the
for
record,
me.
I don't care about the violence in the Wolverine game. I'm just looking at it from like my son's gonna be like, "Hey, that's cool. It's a comic book character. I want to play the
Oh, yeah,
game."
yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah. But there's like levels to like the amount of violence,
yeah.
like I feel like Owen could negotiate the ability to play Wolverine, but if Owen is just
Oh
like, I
yeah, but
really
he's
want
not
to
gonna play ever
ill,
ill. No,
yeah,
like that's not happening. And
there's
so
no negotiation
yeah,
with that. Wolverine, he might be able to like negotiate something. Then we got a trailer for Control Resonant coming September 24th.
that's really
Not
soon.
much new here. Yeah,
I guess I didn't.
Really
Did we
soon.
know this?
Yes,
Okay.
there's been, or we knew fall.
Okay.
This year, so we
Because
got an
there's
official date.
2 other Control games or one that's out.
This is the one that's coming out.
So this is the second one.
This is the second one. Technically, there was that multiplayer game
Okay.
that's in a Control universe that came out
Okay.
last year, and I believe they said they are working on an actual full sequel, like like main
Okay,
line
but
sequel.
I'm not 2 Control games behind. If I want to play this, I'm one playthrough of Control behind to be
'cause the
caught up for this one. Okay.
Correct, yeah. This looks good. They showed everything you would want from a Control game. I will probably pick this up, though. September is very, very busy.
You guys need to add
So
some more
this might-
subscriptions to our Twitch and stuff, please, so that we can like warrant. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we can take time off from work because
Yeah,
that is the
yeah.
actual issue. It's just like taking time off
Yeah.
to play these
Michael and I
games.
both have the funds. Like, but
Yeah,
it's
we
just
just
not
don't
the
have the
time.
After this, we got probably the surprise of the show for me, Until Dawn 2. I kind of knew it was Until Dawn when I saw mouths moving because it
Okay.
has a very specific look. This is coming from Fire Sprite Games, so not Supermassive Games. This is Fire Sprite, which I thought that studio
Closed.
got closed, so
Same.
I was excited to see that they're still open. It is coming 2027. This looks like an Until Dawn game. This looks like a Supermassive game. Supermassive, I think, is Supermassive
Mhm.
are the devs. So this looks great. I hope Fire Sprite can handle like a full sort of experience like this.
Yeah, it looked interesting. It looked intriguing. It looked interesting. Angela as again was watching it with me, she thought it looked interesting, and then she started to see the horror aspect where it started with like cutting the knee off or whatever, and she's like, "Nope." And I was like, "Okay."
But you can save it and not get in those scenarios.
Yeah, and I was like, "This is a campy horror game." I explained to her, I don't have a full playthrough of regular Until Dawn, or original Until Dawn. But I kind of told her like, kind of like, I know what you did last summer thing. I think
Mhm.
if she can mentally remove herself from the cheekiness, which she sometimes has a hard time doing when she's in an entertainment space, that if we did an Until Dawn playthrough and she started helping me with some of the decisions, I think she would be more excited for this. So that might be something that to be on the radar this summer for us to do to kind of together. Um, but this graphically and visually, like this looked really cool. And then same thing, it doesn't appear to be directly connected to the first one. So like even if I don't play the first one, like I think you can play this one.
Yeah, there was one reoccurring character
Okay.
shown at the very end, but it's like the narrator, so it's
Okay.
not really like
Yeah.
a actual reoccurring character. So yeah, no, this looked great. Again, the only thing I would need to know is like who's writing it, because if it at least has some of the writers from Until Dawn, I'll
Yeah.
trust it a little bit more. Because again, Fire Sprite, I just didn't expect this from Fire Sprite. Like one, unfortunately, I thought they were closed already, and two, I just didn't know that they would have this sort of game like
Hmm.
in their arsenal. So I will be watching this one, a little bit more closely because I did like the original Until Dawn. Don't play the remake though. Play just the regular PS4 one. It's perfectly fine. The remake fucks up some of the lighting.
I probably have it on Plus
So
somewhere buried in my folder.
oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
everyone has it on Plus.
So
But yeah, this is good.
real quick before you go to this next bullet point, I want to have a brief conversation with you about it because okay, so like so for the record, before we even go down this rabbit hole, like
This
this
is
is
about first party studios that haven't been here yet.
kind of. So this is God of War Laufey. Like before we go
Yeah.
into God of War Laufey, I want to ask you some questions because I want to hear your perspective of what was rattling around in my head. Okay,
Mhm.
so Schumann came on the screen and said we have 20 minutes of gameplay. Like they
Mhm.
prefaced this from one of our first party studios, and then I want to understand your perspective of this because this is what I saw. So I saw a black screen for a really long time. What I feel like was
Mhm.
a relatively long time. Then I saw Sony Computer Entertainment, and then I saw another black screen for I don't know how many seconds. I didn't go back and time it, but longer than necessary.
Had
Um,
Last of Us vibes with the black screen.
okay. And then I saw Sony Santa Monica, and I'm like, okay. While the black screen was going on, I said, this has to say Haven. Like that's what I was saying to myself. This has to say Haven.
Mhm.
And it didn't. And then it went to Sony Santa Monica, and I'm like, okay. And then they immediately showed Kratos, and I'm like, okay. So then my head went immediately to where's the other game? That is rumored to be working on, and then before because like we're gonna talk about this for a little bit, but where the hell is Haven's game? Where is Fair Games? Like we're at 5 or 6 years now. Because I even was having a conversation with my barber while he was cutting Owen's hair about where this game is. He doesn't remember seeing it. I tried to explain to him what it was. I didn't look up the trailer while he was cutting Owen's hair. But then I started digging into the head of the studio. I forgot that she left.
Mhm.
So like where what's going on? Like,
Yeah, it's been 3 years since it was announced.
okay.
It's like the studio was announced, I think, 5 years ago, and
Okay.
3 years ago since
Okay.
the trailer dropped. So I don't think the Cory Balrog space game exists anymore. I think
I
Naughty
agree.
Dog would have basically had to cancel that. Um, I did do the thing where I was like running
Yep.
through my head of like who possibly
And where
this
would
game.
Santa Monica be on your list of of their logo showing up?
Man,
3 or
so
4?
here's well, yeah, maybe like here's my exact thought of just like okay, I don't think it's intergalactic because I heard the background sounded kind of naturey, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't expect that for intergalactic. I'm like, we already saw Insomniac.
Yep.
Sucker Punch just released a game.
Yep.
No way in hell they're giving Bend the last 20 minutes because he did preface of like the next 20 minutes will be
Yep.
gameplay
Mm-hmm.
of this game. So I'm like, it's not Bend. Medium Molecule wouldn't open with this dark atmospheric thing. So
Right.
like I literally went through all this because I'm like, it's too. My first thought is like, are we getting to get God of War trilogy? But no, that's not.
Yep.
It's not
Yeah,
possible.
the God of War
So,
remake that like we're not going to see. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Like they put that to
Mhm.
bed. They
Yeah.
said they said it exists and it'll be a little bit.
Yeah. So I didn't think Sony Santa Monica logo was going to pop up. When it did pop up and I heard Kratos' voice, I'm like, oh, actually, what if the surprise is we have been working on a trilogy for a long time and
Mm-hmm.
we have something to show? And then I saw it was Ragnarok Kratos. And then I will admit, my curiosity and enjoyment dropped like kind of in half of just
Okay.
like I liked God of War
Yeah.
1 from 2018. I
Same.
kind of liked Ragnarok, didn't finish it because
Neither
it
did
just didn't
I,
do
but now
anything
I'm gonna
for
need
me.
to. So,
Yeah. And when I saw Kratos, I was just like, I'm kind of it's weird. They haven't milked God of War as much as I feel that they've milked God of War.
yeah.
So like I have God of War fatigue. So I was like, man, I really don't want to
Well,
fucking jump
and
into a
the
God of
reason I
War game
think you might
again.
have God of War fatigue though is because Ragnarok felt like it was a lot of filler. I think, in my opinion, that's
Yeah.
part of the reason I stopped playing it. And then we got the last State of Play. We got the hey, the remake, or we're remaking the trilogy. It exists, and here is a side scroller God of War game. And then now the next State of Play is here's another God of War game.
Yeah.
So we've gotten 3 God of War announcements in 2026. That's what's happened. Whether in one
Yeah.
of them is going to be played in 2026, or one of them has been played in 2026, and it's my understanding is pretty above average to good. People are enjoying it for
Yeah.
what it is.
It just didn't set the world on fire like other side scrollers
Right.
usually do lately. Yeah, so we saw this, and I was just, it took a while for. It honestly wasn't until the cube showed up
Yeah.
that I was just like, okay, so God of War, the Ragnarok's trilogy or whatever you want to call it, was more whimsical than the original God of War trilogy,
Mhm.
and I do appreciate that. And it seems like it's going to jump down into whimsy a little bit more. So I did appreciate that, but overall, like gameplay looks great.
Yep.
And also, I want to preface. Um, all the weirdos that are hating this game because it's starring a female character, it has a woman protagonist.
Go somewhere else.
Fuck off! Like that is the most annoying
Yep.
thing. I'm not interested in this game just because I just don't care about God of War in this current like run that it's doing because I'm burnt out on God of War. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of cool things it showed, but then when the actual combat started to show up, I was like, this is still God of War. And I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm
She's
really
more
feeling it.
athletic. She's more it's quick it's
Yeah.
quicker combat. Like I'm intrigued because like immediately like when I saw her like double jump and vault, I'm like, okay, like I feel like there's some more quickness to it. Um the cube thing kind of confuses me. It's the voice
It's
actor.
a D&D.
Okay.
It's a D&D trope.
But at the same time, like I'm intrigued now because it's the voice actor that played Huey in The Boys.
Yeah, Jack Quaid.
Yeah, so I'm terrible at names. Sorry.
He's the voice actor for Superman.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm intrigued. The sword combat is intriguing to me. I really in that like a little bit that I've heard today because they did a very nice social media push post the State of Play of the directors talking about it, which I probably would have loved to have said maybe do 15 minutes or 12 minutes of gameplay and then 7 minutes of these people talking about the influences and what's going on.
I think it needed it because
Yeah.
the social media reaction has been fucking atrocious. You have fucking Domino's Twitter
Yeah.
account dunking on.
Yeah,
on
but it's
the game
running.
for
The
some reason.
timeline is running with correspondent to when you know during the God of War 2018 and the Ragnarok timelines, and it's also it's speculated to like in the trailer when you see Kratos show up and to lift her up, that is when Thor like just obliterated him. And so that's why he's only there for like a brief moment and then he's gone again because he's not in the underworld anymore. So like those things lining up like that are really interesting to me. If it's more God of War 2018 timeline, like sign me up. Like I really like that much. Like I really like that world. And then I hope that there is some of that dialogue. I want to learn more about Atreus. That's what I really want to know. Like especially like that stuff. But at the same time, there was in the back of my head, I'm like, she's a fucking giant. Like just get bigger.
Yeah, half giant, I think. But
Yeah.
I think the problem I had with the trailer, one of them is a dumb thing. I hate the sound of footprints in
Yeah.
games. So I hated hearing the foot sounds.
You're not gonna
Weird
like the
thing.
squeezing through the surfaces, are you?
No. What I don't like is they did the pet peeve I hate, where they talk to themselves everything that they're thinking.
Okay.
Talking out loud of just like, oh, where where am I? What should I do? Oh, maybe I should go through this rock. And then they kind of like narrate what they're
Yeah.
doing, which is just like a trope that this happens in games because they're like, we need to keep dialogue at all times going.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, someone's isolated. They're not going to talk out loud. And then there was also some what I thought was bad writing where she like frees from the cage and has the sword, and then one of the people she frees on the cage is like, "You don't know what you're holding," and then he like fucks off, and then the monster 3 times reiterates that sword. You don't know what you're holding. You don't know the
Yeah.
power you wield, and I'm just like, okay, the fucking sword's like special. But they like emphasize that through the trailer multiple times, and that was kind of like, I hate
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
agree with you that they emphasize the thing about the sword, and then they emphasize that the voice actor or the other character is the ribbon, not the sword.
Yes. Yeah. But they emphasize like, oh, that sword's really important. It's like, yes, okay, yes, fine, whatever. But I don't, I'm hoping that's just a trailer thing of like they had to be like, we need to emphasize this for the trailer, and it's not going to be like a thing in the game that's
Yeah,
repeated a thousand
there's
times.
immediate things as you're talking that are like bouncing around in my head that are like already worrying me and concerning me. But at the same time, I'm interested to hear about. I I'm I'm not God of War fatigued. I'm Kratos fatigued.
I think that's what it is. Like I
Okay.
liked the universe that they built out. I'm interested in like her journey. Just when I saw Kratos, my excitement just kind of dropped, and then when
Yeah.
I saw it's just her, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I am interested, but I just hope it just doesn't feel like, oh, this is still God of War. It's just a different character that moves a little faster.
Yeah. So I'd be really curious how the sword comes into play, how the cube comes into play, how the realms come into play. Because there's some really cool characters in that world, like the dwarfs that build the weapons, and I mean, I could see things immediately happening, but and then at the same time, they don't like what immediately came to my head is they don't have the ability to fall back on, you know, canon stuff of where like one of the best moments of 2018 God of War, spoilers, 9 years later or whatever, is when he went and got his Blades of Chaos. Like that was one of the
Yeah.
cooler moments. And then the way the game ended, finding Atreus finding out who his parents are.
Mhm.
Like those are the two like focal points that stick into my head. They don't have that with Lao Fei, to my knowledge. Like,
Because she's in the afterlife, they could do the thing where you run into gods that he's killed from the Greek mythology. They
yeah,
could do stuff like that where it's like, hey, it is the afterlife,
right,
and Kratos has killed a lot of fucking people
yeah,
that they could run into. So they could tie it in if they want to, and if
yeah.
they feel they need to help the God of War fans that are like pissed that it's a different
Hmm.
protagonist.
So,
Uh,
but I was very happy though, like in terms of like to see that and to see what it was doing and to like that part intrigued me. Um, do you have any other thoughts on it before I kind of like do a little ramble or no?
no. I think I'm good. Like again, I hate that I'm not excited for it because it did look fun, but there is something about the God of War name that I'm just kind of not
Mhm.
into
Well,
anymore.
that's the first question. Did this warrant having the God of War in the name? Does it have to because of the timeline it's running on, or could it have just
Yeah,
been
yeah.
yeah, okay?
I feel like it's really hard to launch a new franchise. So if they
Okay.
were just like, hey, this is a completely different character, unrelated to Kratos or God of War, they would have had a harder time selling it.
Okay. Um, how far along or how close are we to playing this?
Probably June next year, maybe at the
You think
earliest.
that okay? So
I don't think it's a super long game. I don't think
okay.
this is going to be like a 30-hour
So
God
it
of War
does it
game.
come out before Intergalactic?
Probably. I think anything comes out before Intergalactic. I think Naughty
Okay.
Dog is in shambles right now, and we just don't know the extent of like how
Okay.
fucked up they are.
Okay. Yeah, that was the main thing. I was like, okay, so now going to the no Intergalactic, no Naughty Dog, no Uncharted remake that you're hearing rumors of, nothing from Bend. To your point, nothing from Sucker Punch, but they just wrapped something, so they're probably
Yeah.
early in the incubate. No funky little surprise announcement from Bungie at all about anything.
Yeah.
Like not
No
that I
Media
expected it,
Molecule.
but yeah. So there's a lot of misses, and you can look at this list, and there's not a lot of first party. There's like there's things that are first party adjacent,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. You have 3 first party games and then 1 half, 4 if you count Marathon, and then 1 half, uh,
I don't count
half
Marathon
first
because it's
party.
out. The game's out, and this is just a
Yeah.
service.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have
But it's at least a studio being like, we have something,
yeah,
which
sure.
is,
That's,
the problem.
yeah, you
Yeah.
got God of War, Lao Fei, Until Dawn 2, Wolverine, right? As your first
And
party
then
direct.
Token is like a half,
Right. First party
because that's like
adjacent.
co-developed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, we're starting to hear rumblings about next generations. So like, are we, like,
Uh, I based on where the economy currently is, I feel like next generation is going to be pushed 2
I
years,
agree.
and that's gonna give some of these studios extra time to like make something, and then we're in a weird spot where if you look at Intergalactic and if they're like, hey man, we need 3 years for this game, and then PlayStation's like, well, we need 4 years for a next console.
You're gonna
What if we
wait.
just give you an extra year
Yeah.
and then you're just a launch
I know.
2026 game?
And don't get me wrong, I
Uh,
would sign me up. A Naughty Dog game at launch on a new console. Yes, please. Like,
Yeah.
but come out and say it at a certain point in time so that we stop asking about it, Um, but preface it with an Uncharted remake or something. Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, there's only so many things you can do, and like I would imagine if a remake was announced, they would probably get thrown to Bend because they don't have
Yeah.
Blue Point anymore, and it'd be
Right.
kind of crazy to give it to Naughty Dog again. And
Overall,
there's
this is a
just not
strong
much.
B rating. Like, this is a B
Yeah,
plus
I
rating
was
for
gonna say
me.
it's a B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy. There's a couple things that piqued my interest. Like, but this is the effects of, to your point, like you started the show with, like, this is the GTA effect right now. Like, they're just running away. Either get it before or wait 4 months. Like, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So,
And maybe longer
right.
because of like how big GTA is going to be.
Because we
Uh,
know let's talk about things that we know. Like, we know Intergalactic's being worked on. I'm pretty much going to say that we know that Horizon 3 is being worked on. The way that Horizon 2 ended, like, there has to be a third one. So it's being worked on. I believe that there is either an Uncharted or a Last of Us continuation or remake being worked on. Would you agree?
I honestly thought the Until Dawn game was Uncharted at first because they
Yeah.
were talking about treasure hunting. I'm like, oh, is the daughter going to be like with friends, like
Uh-huh.
exploring stuff? But it wasn't that.
So
I mean, Dave, let's just run through I have the first party studio list right here.
okay.
So
And for the record, we will do this with Microsoft. Like, so
yeah,
before anybody freaks out, we would
fuck,
do
we're
this
gonna
with Microsoft.
Yeah,
So
yeah. All right. So Ben Studio,
not unknown.
nothing. Their last game was what, 2018, 2019.
Yep.
Days Gone was 2019. So
Yep.
yeah, it's been 7 years. Fire Sprite, we know.
Okay.
Until Dawn 2. Guerrilla Games,
Nothing other than
nothing.
the Horizon MMO, which is teamed
Which
with
is
another team,
co-developed.
first party adjacent,
Haven Studios,
unknown.
fair,
You can say
unknown,
fair games, but unknown.
yeah. Housemark just released a game,
Yep.
not selling well, but they just released a game and it's a quality game.
To this generation,
Yep. Insomniac Games, we know.
Yep.
Wolverine. Released multiple Spider-Man
gotta
games
be.
and a
There's,
Ratchet
there's a
and Clank
second
game.
team though. We know there's a second team.
Well, yeah, they're Burbank, California, and North Carolina.
Yep.
So there's their two teams. Malaysia Studio, but that is like support studio, so
Auxiliary
we won't
studio,
bother
yep.
them. Yeah. Media Molecule. There's rumors that they're working on an open world game, but it also has been 6 years since Dreams, which went into basically sunset phase a year ago. Naughty Dog. Last game was The Last of Us. Original game was 2020, so it's been
Last of
6
Us Part
years.
2. Yep.
We know what they're working on. They're working on Intergalactic Prophet. Nixie Studio, support auxiliary studio. Won't talk about that. Polyphony Studio.
Gran Turismo Studio. They're fine.
Yeah, they're fine. They take a while, but their game sells.
Yep.
San Diego Studio. That's the MLB studio.
Yep.
We know they're doing MLB stuff.
Rumored to be doing other stuff, but yes.
Yeah, they usually also help other games cross the finish line.
They're the ones who can probably
San-
make online function.
Yeah. Another auxiliary studio, San Mateo Studio,
Yep.
so we won't bother them. Santa Monica, we now know they're working on multiple games, technically 4, because one's a trilogy and then one is
They did tweet, like, 'cause somebody tweeted at them something about Cory Barlog as creative director, and they kind of said he oversees all projects. Like, they were,
Yeah.
so they tweeted something to that extent.
Which I feel like is sign of like, hey, that space game doesn't exist because we wanted to get out of Naughty Dog's way and our game never really got off the ground.
Yeah.
Then we have Sucker Punch, released Ghost of Yotai last year, so it's going to be like 7 years for them. Team Asobi, Astrobot came out 2 years ago, last year I think.
Yeah.
So they do
Continue
make smaller
content,
games.
continue levels for that too.
Yeah.
They've been working on that on the back end for a while. I think they finally just walked away from it about 6 months ago, probably, if I had to guess.
Yeah. And I would imagine they're a studio that you're like, hey, get the PS6 hardware in their hands and help them
Yep.
like work out the gimmicks that that console is going to have. So they'll probably disappear for the next 3-4 years and then come out the PS6 launch with another Astrobot. We have Team LFG, which is the former Bungie people, or kind of Bungie people.
Yep. Believed to be working on
So
Project Gummy Bears.
yeah, nowhere to be found. They were just founded last year though, so it's going to take a while. Valkyrie Entertainment. So this is a sports studio for Sucker Punch basically and Bungie because
Okay.
they're based in Seattle and they've helped with stuff here and there. And then another XDev, which is another support studio. So those are all the open studios at PlayStation. We can kind of get an idea of what they're all working on, though there are some questions in some of those game studios. But there's less so now after the state of play, which I think is good.
Do they have anything that are they throwing Keighley a bone at all?
I would say maybe I would throw him an Intergalactic trailer if you have one.
Do they throw the Uncharted 1 remake bone to him?
No, I feel like you would have kept that for state of play, and I don't think he would have been that excited for it. I think he would be like, if you're going to throw me anything, throw me an Intergalactic trailer. I think that's a long shot that would happen.
Does he have the Bungie adjacent studio potentially? Does he have that?
No, because I feel like that requires like a good chunk of time to be like, hey, we're the former Bungie people. I can see maybe you throw him if Media Molecule does have something. Maybe you can throw him a Media Molecule trailer, but I would imagine the partnership Horizon game could pop up.
Okay.
At Summer Game Fest, but I would say that would probably be it. I don't think you give him the Uncharted remake that could be being made. Probably don't give him a new franchise.
I agree with you on the Horizon thing because it's going to be a PC game too.
Yeah.
So like there might be some audience now.
Live service.
Yeah, and there might be some audience now that after PlayStation's come out before the state of play and said, "Hey, we're stopping PC ports. We're doing a heavy focus on single player." That they were pretty much telling you what audience should be watching the state of play. Like they were pretty clear on that. Like if you essentially if you play on PC, don't watch. Like
which they needed to do because we were talking about how they were losing that aspect of community from their fan base, and reiterating single player game is what their fan base wanted. So I think the Horizon thing, if it ever actually does come out, you give it that to Keighley, but you're not giving him anything major from there. Maybe you give him fair games, so you don't say live service during the state of play. And I can see Keighley being really excited to end the showcase that he's doing with here's a look at the game formerly known as Fair Games.
Yeah.
But they have to give him meaty gameplay.
Yeah, but he could sell the branding change. Like he could present the branding change and sell it. What we believe would be a must branding change for this game, in our opinion.
Yeah, and I think he would be, like you said, he would be the one that could probably sell it pretty well because he's got like the enthusiasm. He's got like the people that are involved seem to be pretty enthusiastic about things. So it could work out, and it would be a win for him. Because it'd be like, hey, here's a PlayStation first-party studio that PlayStation's not really too excited about, but he would be excited for.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, like high B's. I mean, like I wasn't disappointed at all. I don't think like there was anything that disappointed me. So.
Yeah, no, it was a solid B. I really wish I was more into the God of War game, but I wasn't, and I hate that I'm not into it because the people that aren't into it are fucking obnoxious as shit on the internet, and I just.
Do you see yourself not playing it?
I didn't finish Ragnarok, man, and I have like no. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, I should finish Ragnarok, and then I thought about finishing Ragnarok, and I'm just like, nah, I just don't.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I've been far enough away from Ragnarok. I'd almost have to start over.
I would too, and I'm like 3/4 of the way done with that game.
Yeah.
It was the retreading in that game that broke me, to where I was like, there's so many times where I'm like, oh, cool, we're going to hit the end. And then they're like, oh, the dog stole the thing. Let's go fucking get the thing. The big dog, stuff like that would happen. And I was like, man, come on. I'm done with this. But yeah, I'm excited for Wolverine, but I knew I was going to get Wolverine no matter what. So I don't know if my excitement level like increased at all from the showcase.
I could
Uh,
I don't think anything changed for me, but I would be one of those things where like I feel like you would message me like on September in the middle of September, like September 8th or 9th or whatever, and be like, "Hey, or what are we doing about this?" I'm like, "Oh, that comes out next week," versus like knowing when something comes out. I'd be like, "Oh, that does come out
mhm.
next week." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I could see us kind of forgetting it's coming,
yeah,
and then like you said, like a week before, being like, "Oh shit, Wolverine."
the Saturday before it
Uh,
comes out, you're like, "Hey, like,
yeah, let's download this. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at for the thing. PlayStation seems like they're starting to get in a better place than where they were. Like,
yeah,
I think the last year or so, we've sounded like frustrated PlayStation fans.
yeah,
And we're slowly kind of getting to the point where it's like, okay, games are coming around. We know what the studios are doing. Still sucks that they are on this fucking close studios tour. I think they might be caught up and they're done closing studios. So everyone that's like survived has survived. Uh, I don't know. Like, I hate saying it, I don't know how Bend doesn't have
hmm
anything announced and are still around, but they are. And I wish the best for Bend
yeah, yeah.
Studios,
I
but
mean,
I really
they
want to
could do
see
some
something
cool
from
stuff.
them.
Yeah,
They're a great studio. Like, I've loved everything they put out. I just need more from them. But I feel like PlayStation is in like a good spot right now. Uh, who is not in a good spot is Xbox. So I'm like kind of excited for all the wrong reasons for Xbox on Sunday, and to see where they're gonna go.
yeah.
Because you want to talk about stuff I'm not interested in. It's fucking Gears of War. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
and they're
give a
doing something
fuck about
immediately
Gears of
after
War.
that. Like so, like I mean,
Yeah.
I might watch it just because like it's a third person action shooter. Um, but like we'll have to see. And I think I'm actually working Sunday, so probably have to watch it in the evening. Again, totally fine.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, like there's like things there's rumors that Fable's been delayed essentially because GTA. So like Fable's
It
been
has been
delayed to
delayed.
like February. Okay, yeah, it has.
Yeah.
So I expect to maybe see a little bit more of that, but I'm at also the same camp as you are in terms of like, okay, stop showing Fable so much. Like we know what it is. Like,
And now that it's even further back, it's
yeah,
like I don't need to see anything until Game Awards.
yeah.
Like,
So,
that's it.
um, but yeah, I don't really, delve enough into the deep enough into the Xbox things to know what to expect. Do
If
you?
they
I
go
guess
another year without a Fallout
I was
thing,
gonna ask you,
like,
like, does the word Fallout come out? Like, does it?
unless it's remake, like that's the only thing that they
And
could
the
predict.
one the remake everybody wants is New Vegas, right?
Yeah, but they're gonna give us three because that's Bethesda's game.
Okay,
So like I feel like Bethesda
but
would be like,
New
no,
Vegas
remake
is
our baby.
Obsidian's games, right?
Yes, yeah.
And they own Obsidian now, right?
They do, but Todd Howard probably only wants his game remade first before they get to
Okay.
like New
I'm
Vegas.
just saying with the fans, my understanding of what the fans want is they want New Vegas before 3.
They do,
Yeah.
100%. As a fan, I want New Vegas
Yeah.
before three, but I imagine to keep Todd Howard happy, and he doesn't like New Vegas because it isn't his. He's been
Yeah.
very like adamant that he does not like New Vegas. He probably wants three to be
Okay.
remade first,
Do we hear Elder
which I wouldn't
Scrolls at
mind.
all?
If we see it, it's a teaser
Okay.
with no release
So
date.
what's the slam dunk that you can say that's going to be at the Xbox showcase, and then what's the hope that you see at the Xbox showcase? And I don't really think I can answer this question because I don't know the depth well enough.
Man, so we already know 343 is working on Halo Combat Evolved remake,
Uh huh.
so can't really do anything with Halo. I honestly think it's you end with or you start with a remake of Fallout 3
Okay.
and then you end with a announcement of a new Fallout game. That would probably be the only thing. It
So
would
is that your
basically just
slam
be
dunk
like
and your hope? Like, what do you what can you promise that we're going to see?
I
I
think
mean,
we
I
will
guess for
see a
me,
Fallout remake.
we're going to see Fable. Like, I promise you, we're going to see
Yeah,
Fable.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We guarantee we'll see Fable.
Okay.
We're obviously getting a whole Gears of War thing. We're going to see Halo. Those are
Yeah.
things that will be at the conference in one form or the other. Um, I
What's your pie in the sky reach? I guess
Obsidian is making a new Fallout game.
because I'm going to say
Uh,
Battletoads,
I mean, I can see that. I feel like it's been a couple years. Wasn't there a Battletoads game
like a racer or something
2020?
like that. Yeah, like
Yeah. I could see that. I honestly think my pie in the sky would be Obsidian is making a new Fallout game, not a remake, not
Okay.
nothing else. Obsidian is making a proper new Fallout game.
I
Maybe
think
even a South Park
I
game from
feel like they're too
Obsidian
close
would
to
be.
Outer Worlds being released to be doing that, right?
Hey man, they made Fallout New Vegas in a year and a half, so
Okay.
anything's possible.
Okay.
Uh, and they have the engine clearly that
Yeah.
built out, so they could definitely do it. Um, no, Xbox. Oh, my pie in the sky is also Spyro. because they did kill that studio, but then they signed them to work on a mystery game.
Okay.
So if we get a Spyro, 4, whatever number they want to throw on it, I think that would be amazing. Tony Hawk apparently 3 plus
Yeah.
4 bombed, unfortunately, so I think we're not going to see anything from them. Um, a dream would be that they reopen the backwards compatibility program
Okay.
and start adding more Activision Blizzard games into
Game Pass.
backwards compatibility
Backwards compatibility.
and Game Pass.
Okay.
That would be pretty amazing for me. I just don't know what to do because like they're big tiers. We like Fable, Gears of War, Halo. We know those are coming.
What about anything from Blizzard? Because don't forget they own them.
Yeah, Overwatch is kind of in
like the
like
WoW
a little
team,
bit of a resurgence.
or no, they don't do World of Warcraft.
They do.
They do. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just don't. I think WoW, unless you're finally bringing WoW to consoles as like
Okay.
a way to like
Yeah.
increase like
'Cause then
exposure.
like super quick. I'll do like my Pie in the Sky for Keighley's Summer Game Fest is a Rocksteady game.
Yeah, I would love. Oh, you know what I would also like from Keighley is that Ninja Turtles Ronin game.
Okay.
Something from that I would love to see.
Okay, so
'cause I
my
don't
my
trust the
two things
studio.
that I really really want to see from Keighley show is a Rocksteady game and something with Darksiders.
Yeah, Darksiders would be pretty good for Keighley. I would like to see some From Software thing that isn't Night Rain or whatever the Switch 2 exclusive is going to be. Yeah, Keighley's I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I have not enjoyed any of the
Mhm.
Keighley's recently, but yeah, Rocksteady theme would be good. They did co-develop the Lego game, so who knows how much of that
Yeah.
took of them. But yeah, I would love to find out what Rocksteady's working on. I think they canceled that Wonder Woman game that was being worked on. So
They did
I'd love
because
to
they
see
talked about the
something from
whip,
them.
the necromancer, or not necromancer, but who the that studio that closed. It now wasn't NetherRealm, but did the crap. They had the two games. Well, World of Mordor.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Ubisoft Montreal.
No,
Or not Ubisoft. Warner Brothers Montreal.
Yeah, but they had
They're the
the
ones
they had the tech for like for her whip to tell the truth or whatever.
Yeah. The lasso.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think Rocksteady would be cool. I would want the Ninja Turtles Ronin thing to be shown off again because we've only seen like the logo twice, I think.
And then 1943, like they got to show something. The Amy Hennig Captain America Black Panther.
Oh yeah. I think that needs a date.
Yeah,
like
that needs to be shown
something.
and dated. like
Yeah. And I can't wait for it to be like a Telltale like game and then people to be like, oh, I thought
we've
I was getting
seen
an
clips
action
of
game.
like doesn't give me Telltale vibes when they were like doing that fight on the bridge and stuff like that.
I just wonder how quick time event those fights are going to be.
Yeah,
Like it might not
okay.
be like the smooth action game that people are
Yeah.
hoping it's going to be. Like I'm hoping it's going to be. I have a
Yeah.
feeling it's going to be like we're a narrative focused experience.
Okay.
Yeah, I would hope Ubisoft shows up at one of
Yeah.
the events for the Division, even though I don't really care for the Division. I just think, like you said, it'd be good to know it exists.
It's also time for another Mario Rabbids game because I've
Yeah, it honestly is. Like it really worked out for both companies.
Yeah, so-
The last couple times.
please.
Yeah, Keeley's are kind of like the wild card. I don't know
Yeah,
what to
yeah.
expect from them. Xbox, I do have my.
He's been kind of he's been kind of quiet too.
Yeah, but he hasn't done the thing of like, don't get excited, guys,
Yeah.
because usually he'll do that like a week out of like, hey guys, this show might suck for some of you, sort of things.
So I don't know what to take with
Ah.
him not saying anything positively or negatively right now. He's just mute. like
He's gonna blow Kojima on stage at a certain point. Like, God, did
okay,
you see,
because
see-
his show is
see the
Friday.
Kojima AI bullshit?
His show is Friday.
Yeah,
Okay. And then the Microsoft event is Sunday.
I believe so.
Yeah. So our plan is to record after the Summer Game Fest and after the Microsoft event on that Monday or Tuesday.
Potentially, like we'll see, like if it's worth recording Sunday if you have time, or we'll record Monday
Yeah.
and cover everything on that Monday. We'll try and cover both shows as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Combined. I don't know if it would be worth trying to record after the Keeleys because I feel like we've tried doing that the last two times and
Yeah.
it just wasn't enough for us
You
to
can
record.
you can make that call. I mean, I can just come downstairs and we can just knock out a half hour or 40-minute show. Like no big deal.
Yeah, we'll see. That'll be like a game time decision sort of thing after the show. I think the last two times it's happened, I texted Dave like there was nothing for us to
Yeah.
talk about. And
And
then
there's
you're
been
like,
times I'm like, do I
agreed.
need to watch this? And he's like, nope, here's the 6 trailers. Here you go. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Now we're talking. We'll talk about it in 5 minutes
yeah,
before the Xbox
yeah.
event.
So,
So we'll see how that goes. Day of the Devs is happening, so we'll probably see some stuff. Who's your studio that you like?
so
Drinkbox.
Drinkbox, yeah,
I
the
could see.
drink,
I could see Drinkbox
theirs is
showing
supposed to
their
be coming
next
out
game.
this fall. They have something,
Yeah.
and then I'm also hearing, and it's gonna probably, I gotta pick it up. It's gonna be my my game for my vacation that I'm buying on my ROG. Mina the Hardening, I think is what it's called.
Yes. Yeah. That's
I'm that's
pretty
reviewing
popular.
very, very well. That has some difficulty sliders to it as well. I'm gonna purchase that on my ROG. And the main reason is I want to play it on vacation, and then I feel like it's a game that if it hooks into me, that it'll be entertaining for you guys to watch on stream. It's reviewed very well. IGN, whatever you want to think or don't think of them. I watched Sam Claiborne, who I respect, that he's been doing this for a long time, like 20 years. He really talked
Mm.
about the difficulty sliders and the build crafting and stuff you can do in that game, and it gives you a little bit of the Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past vibe. So, but could be hard as balls, or go get good and level up, go grind a little bit and then make it easier. So,
Yeah.
interesting on that game. So, cool. All right. Anything else?
No, no. I'm just looking at the schedule. So we have Summer Game Fest happening June 5th at 2 p.m. Pacific time, so for Central. Day of the Devs will immediately follow that. We also will get the Wholesome Game thing, though. I like the first Wholesome Game event, but then it turned into like, hey, here's just a bunch of like farming simulator games and life simulator games. So that is
Yeah,
happening on
Drinkbox is working on
Saturday.
Blighted.
On
The
Delighted?
game's called Blighted.
Delighted. Okay.
BLIGHTED.
Looking over this decaying
And then
world.
we have Sunday, we have Xbox Showcase plus the Gears of War E-Day Direct. And then we have the PC Gaming Show, which sometimes has some decent stuff. So we'll
Is
see
Devolver
what
doing
that
a show?
has. That is also on Sunday.
Is Devolver doing
Was that?
anything? Devolver?
I don't see them doing anything this year, which
Okay.
is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them listed unless they throw a surprise, which wouldn't put past Devolver to be like, hey, guess what? We forgot to advertise this, but here it is.
And we're still waiting for Nintendo to be like, hey, we're going to show you something tomorrow, right? Like they do
the
that.
rumor is there will be a Nintendo Direct next week, which wouldn't be too out of like character for them to just show up a week late or a
Right.
week early. So Nintendo's due, I feel like, though we kind of have an idea of what Nintendo's doing.
Right. So, yeah. So does Blighted have a release date? I'm rambling now, so
I know Dave's like,
it's fine. I'm not going to do that. All right. So that is our show. That's a recap of the PlayStation State of Play. A little bit of predictions going into Summer Game Fest and Xbox Game Showcase. Hopes and dreams. So I'm sure we'll come in and be all disappointed now. So other than that, I hope everyone has a great week. We will talk to you after Summer Game Fest and Xbox Showcase later.
nope, don't be a dick. See it. I don't believe Blighted has a release date.
All right, that's done. Thank you guys for hanging out on the stream. We will talk to you all later.